Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I tried my best to get a Mystic Mine video. The issue is that I think I may have scared all the Mystic Mine players off the website. My bad. So, this week I want to do something a little bit different. Still a rated dueling book thing, but I wanted to tell you the story about how my friend Sean and his abomination came to be, okay? So, a little bit of backstory. I have this friend, his name is Sean, and he's an old school player. He played way back before GOAT format, and he plays for fun. He doesn't go to regionals and stuff like that, try to get his invite, whatever. He plays to create his ideas, put them on paper, and then thrash people with them, right? That's his idea of playing Yu-Gi-Oh! And that's perfectly fine, right? So one day, I came up to him and asked if he wanted to come to a regionals with us. And now of course he hadn't played since like 2000 whatever. So he needed a refresher. So we met up, we went over all the decks and everything. I showed him how the game has changed. And it was like, it was completely different for him, right? So fast forward like a week, we both work at the same place, and we were on lunch, and he comes up to me during lunchtime and he's like, well, this is basically how this lunch went. Hey, so you know how last week you were showing me all those new school decks? Well, I've been thinking, and I've come up with the solution using my old school cards. Okay, I'm listening. Narrow pass. Narrow pass? Narrow pass. Narrow pass. Narrow pass, my friend. All you have to do is cut them off from special summoning. You know how you do that? Jowgen the Spiritualist. You summon Jowgen the Spiritualist, and then you activate Narrow Pass. Then, they only have 2 normal summons, and guess what you do when they normal summon a monster? Trap Hole. All you gotta do is kill 2 of their normal summons, and then they can't summon any monsters. So you just poke them with 200 over and over again until they're dead. The only issue though is I wish I could play more Jowgens. You can only really play 3 of them. I wish there were more monsters that prevented your opponent from special summoning. Well, I mean, I guess there are. I mean, you've got Apochycephalo, you got barrier statues, and yeah, I guess you could equip them with like a Moon Mirror Shield or something, which pretty much will skip entire turns for basically most decks in the meta. God damn it, this is actually going to work. So he wanted to use Narrow Pass, which is on the screen, along with monsters that prevented the opponent from special summoning to completely lock the opponent out of monsters. Once they were out of monsters, he wanted to just attack directly for game with all the monsters. Okay? He didn't know that cards like Apochycephalo existed, and he didn't necessarily know about all the consistency cards that we have nowadays. But that's where I came in, and so we kind of created this amalgamation, and well, this is what it kind of came to look like. I built it kind of from memory. I don't have the exact list. Maybe I'll hit him up and actually get him on, and maybe we actually have the very original list, but this is pretty much what it was. You've got 10 monsters that say your opponent can't special summon. Jowgen and Apochycephalo are basically a given, and your barrier statues are going to be format dependent. If you're going to make this deck this format, I recommend the Fire and the Water barrier statue. Moon Mirror Shield, you are essentially playing 9 because Trap Trick gets you Armory Call, which gets you Moon Mirror Shield. For draw power, you're playing the Bamboo Engine. Essentially, you want to activate this Pot of Greed here, but you need a Bamboo Sword to do it. And wouldn't it be nice if Bamboo Sword was searchable? Well, guess what it is? With Foolish Burial Goods, Cursed Bamboo Sword, it's just pure profit. And I've seen him draw like 6 cards with this engine alone. Are there better engines out there? Yes, Extravagance, the new pot of whatever it is, like probably better, but you know what? This has worked, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Pot of Duality. You're not special summoning, so this is perfect. These 6 traps can basically be anything that gains a tempo on a monster. I personally enjoy Crackdown and Storming Mirror Force because they're good against large boards, and this deck isn't the best ever versus large boards, but sometimes you just don't care because you just summon a Apochycephalo with a Moon Mirror Shield and they just can't do anything, and they can't stop you from attacking over their stuff. Anyway, and then we got Narrow Pass, which is basically why he wanted to make this deck to begin with, and I've seen him resolve it, and it is disgusting. So let's hop right into a game. Alrighty. Now, the thing about this deck is that initially we built it with like an all or nothing, go first or lose type of thing, you know, kind of like the old combo decks used to be, and even some of the newer ones, right? So it isn't necessarily that good at going second. Ruh-roh. And never mind, I'm gonna speed up all of this because the internet is so horrible. It's gonna take 10 seconds in between every interaction just to do anything. So we got the barrier statue. Never mind the incredible amount of lag. Ooh, he trap holed me. Neat. Okay, okay. This is what I'm going to do. He wants to play a control deck, so I'm going to set this cursed bamboo sword with the intention of hopefully making him destroy it. Oh, jeez. Okay. I don't know if this is going to be the best example here. Now, I bet he's absolutely has battle traps. So I kind of don't want to attack here. I'd rather just activate the golden bamboo sword and attempt to get closer to monsters. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to attack and just confirm that he is indeed playing battle traps. Okay, so there is the potential that he is not. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to set and activate this narrow pass at the cost of 500 life points. Alrighty. Do I go for a double? You know what? I might as well. Alright. We're going to go ahead and activate the bamboo sword. We're going to equip it to this barrier statue. Now we're essentially going to pay 500 life points to activate Pot of Greed. Now, if he's playing Trap Hole, you know what's a better Trap Hole? Torrential Tribute. So there is the opportunity for him to be playing a Torrential Tribute, and I'd rather not run headfirst into it. So I'm going to go directly into the battle phase and attack for 1,000. And I'm not activating the golden bamboo sword here because if he does clear my field, the cursed bamboo sword is going to leave, which will net me another bamboo sword. If it nets me another bamboo sword, then I have the combination of golden bamboo sword and a bamboo sword. Alrighty. And so I basically don't have to pay the life points. And when you're playing against a burn deck, life points matter. So what I'm trying to do is just basically deal as much damage as I can with this 1,000 attack monster. So this is turn 2 of swords. Alrighty. So this is the last turn for Swords of Revealing Light. Cool, he's dealing damage to himself. Discard one of those cards. Alrighty. That's a shame. We're going to continue with the game plan. So far I've lost no card advantage. Come on, you can do it, Internet. I believe in you. This is the benefit of being in northern New England. Well, he's on a 3-turn clock, so maybe he's on a deck out deck. The question is, at what threshold of cards in deck do I start attempting to put? Get the attack if you draw a card. We're just going to put Foolish Burial Goods into the graveyard. You're only playing 2 copies, and yeah. Alrighty, so we're gonna go to the grave. This is exactly why I did what I did. Cursed is gonna go ahead and just add a golden bamboo sword to hand. And now we still have the combination of bamboo sword and golden bamboo sword. Alrighty. So this time what we're going to do is we're going to equip. Are we? I guess we could wait on it. Let's see if he has any resources. So before I'm going to take the chance that he doesn't have a whole lot of monsters. And if he has a card to get rid, or a monster to normal summon and get rid of the barrier statue, then I'm going to go ahead and let him do that instead of just paying. Okay, cool. So we're going to set this. Okay, now during main phase 2, I'm going to go ahead and normal summon another barrier statue. And he does, in fact, have the torrential tribute. This is fine. I can still pass turn, and I've got plenty of resources and plenty of life points. What do I want to discard here? I might discard a golden bamboo sword. Yes, congratulations, sir. You've definitely schooled me. I now know what my hand size limit is. Basically, didn't want to get rid of Jowgen the Spiritualist because it's essentially a monster that he's going to have to combat. Oh, he pays 1,000. So here we go. What we're going to do is put him on a 5-turn clock. I'm going to commit to Jowgen because it is less attack than the barrier statue. And if he has cards to deal with it, I'd rather him deal with Jowgen with those resources than deal with barrier statue. So we're going to play it just as Sean intended and poke with 200 until he's dead. A good thing I kept everything in hand. We're going to send this to the graveyard, and we're going to trigger its effect. What do I want to add to hand? I guess I'll add another cursed. I'm going to keep the broken bamboo sword in the deck. That way I can declare another attack. Now the question is, does he have monsters in his deck at all? And do I want to commit to the Moon Mirror Shield play right now? Alright, there's always time later, so I'm going to say, let him put a monster on field. How about another? The amount of lag. Incredible. He's on 2 turns now, 2-turn clock. I'm not committing any more monsters to the field. I now have an unkillable Jowgen, and the lock is in place. Come on. I know you can do it. There we go. Alrighty. If he has been saving something, now is the moment to go ahead and use it. If he does not use it, I have a Jowgen, barrier statue, and an Pachycephalo that I can use to go ahead and finish out this game with. As well as a duality to dig for pretty much everything else I need. Oh, you have to disc. Okay, alright, whatever. But anyway, it wasn't exactly the best showing of the deck ever. But that's how it plays. You can see kind of, you know, where the appeal is. Man, there's gonna be so many edits because the amount of lag is absolutely real. But Oh man, I got actual potato internet here because I'm on top of a mountain. This is neat. I'm just kind of looking at the replay here just to kind of see what cards he had, right? And he was under Starlight Road and Waking the Dragon. And at first I was looking at this hand like, bro, why didn't you set the compulse? I'm obviously not committing anything, so you bounce the Jowgen, right? And then next turn when I try to summon, you just Solemn Judgment. Well, guess what? He has to pay 500 life points in order to set anything. So because he is at 200 life points, he actually can't set any of his outs to anything that I have. So he's actually just completely lost here, which is kind of funny. So Waking the Dragon and Starlight Road, that's what his face downs were. Alrighty everybody, that's been the video. I hope you liked it. I understand that this is not the most competitive deck ever, but I really enjoy the story behind it. And if you liked it, go ahead and leave a comment. Yeah, let me know what you'd like to see more of. If you'd like to see more of these kind of Yu-Gi-Oh stories. And yeah, I look forward to hearing from you guys. So have a great day. I'll see you next time. Bye.